Hey y'all, welcome back. All right, let's go ahead and dive in and see what Divine Holy Spirit has for the collective. The cards are all upright and in order by way of major arcana. Divine Holy Spirit, what do you have for the collective at this time? What do they need to know, y'all? You know, I got 2 more left. I'm just peeling it off. That's my thing. So sorry if you don't understand. But anyway, Divine, what do you have for the collective? Thank you for being here. I'm hearing some slow singing. Some slow singing. It looked like if it were a painting, like sitting on the wall of a museum or something to indicate historical, you know, could be African American energy and how tradition says that they celebrated a funeral, or either when you look at the picture, that's what you're getting, like historical reference of. The 6 of Wands fell out on the floor. The 9 of Pentacles is here also, both in the pre-shuffle. But what is that, Spirit? What is that energy? Not even gonna lie, y'all, the slow singing and the flower bringing. So, you know, I didn't want to finish the verse, but I'm being led to go ahead and complete that verse or that saying, because you know Biggie used it in one of his songs. He said, it's going to be some slow singing and flower bringing if my burglar alarm starts ringing. All right. I mean, this is a depiction of, you know, this could have something to do with like hoodoo tradition, because I'm seeing like a little, not a little girl, but a teenage girl. It's like a processional, like a line of people in this painting that I'm seeing. But they're walking with their heads down. It's a dirt road. You know, this would be like around, I guess, the 1920s or 30s, but it's a painting at that. It's not even a real photograph. So it's a depiction of, for me, if an artist wanted to portray some sort of energy in a painting, this is what I'm looking at. And the fact that it's on the wall somewhere in a museum, it's very like significant here to a journey, a error. But anyway, the girl has on a white dress, which, you know, I'm seeing like black also, but the white is what's standing out for me. So that's what kind of gave me like possibly the hoodoo with the traditional sense of things, because normally you would wear, you know, black to a funeral. At least that's what we're taught. But this girl has on white. All right, y'all. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. It's also giving me New Orleans energy as well, because that would be the tradition of the parade. Well, I was looking for the word processional, but parade came out. But that's that New Orleans energy, like death is to be celebrated here. And maybe the white is significant by way of the rebirth energy, but at a funeral. All right, thank you, Spirit, for that. All right, y'all, let's go. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments, and for being here. That's number 1 for me. I appreciate your support, and thank you for any monetary or consideration of donations. All right, let's go. So now I'm hearing the jazz music, and there's somebody who's in the front of the parade kind of dancing in a black suit with the umbrella. I don't know a lot about that, but that's just what I'm being shown right now. So that possibly is significant as well. All right, y'all. So at the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Cups energy. Spirit, tell me more. Y'all, I heard Hangman, and I look over and I see the Hangman card. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Spirit, tell me more about this king. Because the energy I was feeling with Hangman, it was before Hangman even came up, or, you know, the visualization of the word Hangman came up for me. But even before that, it felt like somebody has declared and made or come to terms to a decision, but this decision is actually the last case or worst case scenario, or the last thing that they would have wanted, but it's accepting of it now. So it's no longer a decision of if, it's like a win. Okay, well, that's the King of Cups that we're talking about, y'all. So this is someone who's, I feel like this King of Cups is, you know, they're considering their emotions here at the end. This is possibly someone who did not consider their emotions, or at least the emotions of others, a lot of times before they made, like, I'm hearing irrational decisions. So this has to do with the having to cope with the reaction and counter reactions of, I'm hearing emotional instability, but the cause and action of their, you know, what they put out. And the fact that I can't even really verbalize that, because to you and I, that's like, yeah, duh, you get what you give, like, period, you know. But this person is even trying to coordinate, like, how this is even, how it's arrived here for this King of Cups is what I'm getting. This person really, I'm feeling, had no map to really navigate through life in regards to that's what happens when you do this. They didn't have that sort of instruction. Uh-oh, here we go, y'all. Hold on. Woo! So I'm hearing something about a license. And a different approach. All right, so this person gave themselves their own license to be able to navigate through this journey their way. So that would say a lot about their ego, and this just being ego-based energy, to where they were possibly, they felt they were excluded from the masses, from the norm, from this person and that person. But I'm hearing, even though they coveted what other people had, they felt that they could escape, you know, having to abide by the same rules that everyone else had to follow. This is all having to do with them having some sort of license. But, you know, I'm hearing agreement too. So that means they made some sort of agreement along the way, whether they're aware of this or not. Excuse me. And the weird part about it is, I guess for me, is how, you know, seeing how that agreement, or understanding how this person even came to an agreement, like, how was it even presented to them? Was it, you know, was it not an agreement that was presented to you and I? Possibly not. It was an agreement specifically presented to this King of Cups. We would have never saw this sort of paperwork come across our desk, but they would. But right now, it's like they felt like that's just kind of, you know, what it was supposed to be, since they had this license to be able to do this. So that means they did sign an agreement, you guys. So now they sit here and worry because they know the anticipation of the end is here. It's not even near, it's here. That's just their reality right now. And you can't shake them out of it. They know doom and gloom is here. Moon card reverse. Something's come out. Something has come out that's making them meet this fate, or this finality, this final, whatever this is. Hoorah, I'm even hearing. It's here. The Hangman is just, I wanted to say it's giving me hope. I don't know why I wanted to say that. Why would I want to say it's giving me hope? Oh, okay. So this King of Cups is now considering going on some sort of campaign. Maybe this is the apology tour. So that's the last thing that this King of Cups would have ever wanted to do, was to publicly admit their wrongdoings. And by that, they're thinking, well, if I do say what it was that I was up to, or, you know, all of this stuff that was going on behind the scenes, you know, with the moon card energy, if I do say that, is that like an apology? Because this person is the one that would never, ever apologize, because they did not know or consider or were conscious that they were doing anything wrong, or at least they were a really good thief. and they were really good at stealing people's energies, but did not know that that's what they were doing. They didn't know that it fell under a certain category that would call them a thief at the end of the day. Because that's what they were, or are, or were. I don't know. If they're still operating in that energy, that's one thing. But I'm feeling like this person right here is considering, you know, this apology tour. So does this mean, you know, this person, I don't even think it's as subtle as them picking up the phone and calling you, you know, I was wrong. I know that I shouldn't have slept with, you know, all of these people. I was hearing other things, but I'm just going to keep it simple right now for the sake of time. But it's going to be stuff that kind of like, ill, why are you telling me this? Because that's that energy, that confessional energy that's going on here. But it's not their get out of jail free card. I don't know what they're still thinking here. Because now it's like you're really absolutely trying to humiliate yourself to the utmost for no reward. There's no reward from this. So I feel like that's what they're considering, you guys. They're considering, and possibly somebody they know is trying to beat them to the chase. So they want to come out with this publicly, I'm hearing, before someone else does. Because now they know they can't escape anymore. They can't run anymore. They're becoming more aware with these emotions and what they're going through. And then understanding this contractual agreement that they made, there's no way out of it. But possibly if I do this, then, you know, because what else are they going to consider at this point? They have nothing. Collective, they know they can't come back to you, but you know, if it was one of those things to where they just come and they just kind of have explode with diarrhea of the mouth, and it's like, you don't even want to hear all this stuff. You have no interest in this. All right, y'all, let me keep going. So we have those two cards here. Let's see what's over here. These cards all kind of just shifted over to the left. I'm going to go ahead and turn them over. They're on the side, so we'll keep that in mind as, you know, these are to be determined energies. All right, so here we go. I'm already seeing that this is what they don't want to come out before they're able to publicly say it, if they can muster up the strength to do it, because the Hangman's in the upright. So this is a very important decision that they're contemplating making right now. All right, so, excuse me. We do have the Ten of Pentacles to consider as to why they may want to speak up or get ahead of this before it comes out. This Ten of Pentacles has to do with all the money they've stolen, all of the prosperity, the wealth, the treasures that didn't belong to them. This could be by way of physical, monetary money, or it could, you know, with the scamming energy, you know, the thieving energy, taking from others, or it could be spiritual gifts, like tapping into others' abilities to be able to manifest for themselves. Because that's what was happening. But they're not going to tell you that because they probably don't even really recognize that's what they were doing. And I'm not showing this person any sympathy. Please don't get that misconstrued at all. I'm not. But the fact that they felt they had a license to be able to do what they did, that's a whole nother thing in itself. Like, how did that even come about? But this Ten of Pentacles has a lot to do with exposing them as a thief on the physical and the spiritual, taking rightfully what belonged to other people for their own benefit. And misused it and abused it. So you mean to tell me you're gifted and you take that gift and you use it to manipulate others out of their own giftings and treasures, and then when you get it, you fumble it. Like, what? Well, obviously it was never theirs to have, but at the same time, it's like, what kind of complete idiot fool are you? I'm starting to get a little glimpse of how this is going to unfold when the secret does come out, when it's revealed before this person can even get it out there. Or secrets, plural. I'm getting a little taste of that on the side here. This could unfold in some sort of expose of how some, excuse me, so I heard the word devil worship. So that would possibly be the key terminology that would be used to describe this person. Even though this person, if they told you themselves, they would never use those words together. And especially to describe them, but that's what they were doing. And that's how this information would be leaked in regards to this person. So now they'll be coined, or they'll be labeled with this coined term of devil worshiper. And that's the worst thing that could happen to this person, being where they come from. Like that, okay, there we are. There's the channel energy, the tradition. That tradition stuff was coming up. And the painting, something being like monumentalized forever. You know, and then based on their roots and where they come from, they would never want to be associated with that. But that's how it's going to be broken down in like a series. That's what this person was doing. Like they'll forever have that label. All right, y'all, let me keep going. Okay, so behind that we have the Queen of Cups. So I'm hearing the Queen of Cups is very instrumental in this. All right, y'all, so I'm getting several things right now with this Queen of Cups. This Queen of Cups is responsible for the calling of whoever. It could be, excuse me, it could be media outlets, whoever could pick up the story. Because y'all, I'm telling y'all, I'm mentioning series, I'm mentioning the title. What I was seeing at the time was me like going through Netflix looking for something to watch. And now I'm getting a title. It says A Devil Within Us. That would be the title or something. But it's almost as if a story was sold with actual facts to a production company or something, to just in order to expose this King of Cups. So could you imagine, you know, when you watch those really good documentaries on Netflix, you're like, oh my God, these are real people. Like, look, they're showing the house they grew up in. They're talking to the neighbors. They're talking to the school teacher, you know, when they were in the 3rd grade. It's like everybody is going to know and account for the history of this person. What they like, what they didn't like, how they reacted to certain things at one time when they did this. And then I knew when I saw this that there are going to be witness accounts. I heard historical accounts. So that means years of this. All in like a Netflix series. And I'm just using that as, you know, that could be a possibility I'm hearing. But it's like as if a production crew or a director said, hell yeah, we like this one because the world is moving towards that. Like people are starting to see and believe in these things. So yeah, that could be a hit, you know? But this Queen of Cups has all of the facts, everything they need to know. Oh my God, that's a counterpart, y'all. I wasn't even considering the King of Cups and Queen of Cups until just now. Of course they know everything. They work together. But if you all have been following these readings, you know that the Queen of Cups is hunting this King of Cups down. And sometimes the King of Cups shows up as the King of Wands, sometimes the King of Pentacles. Because that's the narc energy. They really have no stability. They could be this, they could be that, they could be that, you know? It's all according to what it is that they want at the end of the day. But right now we're looking at and confirming that's a counterpart here. But we did have a very revengeful energy by way of a Queen of Cups coming up in the readings. That's why I'm mentioning that. So we're connecting dots here. All right, y'all. So behind so I just had an understanding that this is a threat. This is a major threat right here. And this King of Cups is well aware of it. That's why that Hangman is here, because that's a life-changing decision. That's not like, oh, she's not going to do that. This is like, this bitch really would. And she probably could get away with it. Because I don't know, you know, the Queen of Cups, she could be working already with producers and directors. She could be in that field. She could be an actress. She could be any of that right now, to where she's been pitching this. She's been mentioning this. Like, I'm hearing incognito. So it's like, maybe like, oh, I had an idea. Like, say for instance, but she was talking about the King of Cups the whole time. Say for instance, you know, there's this guy, and since he was a little kid, he knew he had special abilities, and he would sort of kind of trap people in these things to where he was able to like use their energy. You know, this is how she's selling this, but it's real. Because she also was participating. Oh my God. Make sure I'm still recording, y'all. I am never amazed when I jump behind this table. Ever. Behind the Queen of Cups, y'all. Okay. Page of Pentacles. Because she feels she's owed something. I mean, of course. We talking about money here. And she got a good story now. Like, this is it. This is the pinnacle. Like, not even because there's pentacles, but the pinnacle, like, of her highlight of her career, I'm hearing. And pinnacles represent career a lot of times in tarot. So, y'all, this would be a major come up for this Queen of Cups. Major. Because she's owed something. And it was something very small that this King of Cups should have had to respond to from this Queen of Cups. Now, mind you, the Queen of Cups is super demanding, I'm feeling. But at the same time, it's almost as if the Queen of Cups just asked for one thing and that King of Cups did not come through on it. And boom, explosion. Something very insignificant. But it was almost as like that was just the trial, or the straw that broke the camel's back sort of reference. Like, that was it. That was the final straw. Behind the Page of Pentacles, we have the Queen of Swords. Spirit, tell me more about this Queen of Swords. All right, so we're looking at this because I heard that's the director. So we're looking at this as a partnership now with this Queen of Cups and this Queen of Swords. Or either, okay, I'm not even gonna say that, but yes, I will. I will say it. I would say that the Queen of Cups, now that she, you know, is on a mission, she's now operating in this I don't give a F energy. I don't care. I'm exposing all of it. And there's nothing you can do about it. That's where the threat energy is coming in with this Queen of Swords. But let me see if there's any connection with the Queen of Swords and the King of Cups outside of this possibly being also the Queen of Cups energy. Because they had to transfer those emotions into this sword energy, this intellect, these ideas, this plan, this execution. They had to transfer, put all their emotions behind to get into this Queen of Swords energy. And I'm hearing the enemy. And I mentioned an actress. If this Queen of Cups has an acting background, or they're in that industry or whatever, they got skills and abilities to be able to do that. They're gifted in that even. And that's possibly how that King of Cups got caught up once upon a time. This acting ability. Even if they've not ever played a role or been on a stage or a screen or in a commercial, even if they've not done that, just this is the type of person to where they could sell you a dream. Yeah. Because they're gifted with that manipulation energy, the Queen of Cups. Very gifted. And there's no telling what sort of influence they may have been under. You know, when they're in the reverse, they're definitely like self-medicating. It could have been all kinds of stuff done between this couple. And I'm mentioning film, series, TV, Netflix. It could be recordings here. These could be video recordings, audio. This Queen of Cups has a lot on this King of Cups. A lot. Because once they were inebriated, that's when a lot of evil deeds went down, y'all. All right, so behind the Queen of Swords, oh my goodness. Here we are. Here's part of the evil deeds right here. We have the Nine of Pentacles, y'all. So the Queen, y'all, oh my God, here we go. Oh my God. The Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups wanted to be or aspire to be in a producer role. They could come from a journalism background or something, but they desired more. They wanted to have more control, more abilities, more skill set to add to the resume. So how about this Queen of Cups use this King of Cups as some sort of practice guinea pig project? That's where the recordings are coming from. This Queen of Swords energy had a plan all along and just happened to meet the right one to be able to go ahead and fill that slot. And the King of Cups did so willingly, but that contractual energy that I talked about in the beginning, what they signed up for, they had a license to do something. However, they were inebriated. That's what gave them that mindset that they had the abilities to be able to do what they were doing and get away with it, and that it was fine. It's fine. Because I'm seeing somebody do this, like they, you know, when you scrape the skin off, they're just kind of wiping it off like that's nothing. At least I didn't lose an arm. You know, so it's like skirting through life like that. Even if they did get a little pushback or repercussion, they just kind of brushed it off and went forward and did it again to someone else. This Nine of Pentacles energy is giving me invitation energy, or let's go find, let's make this a part of this. So if this means pulling third-party individuals into their relationship, then they had a special particular type with this Nine of Pentacles. And guess what? We're talking about pentacles. Yes, that's what it was all ever about, was a come up, money, the right idea for this Queen of Cups who manifests into the Queen of Swords. The right idea. All I need is the right idea. Ooh, I found a sucker when she found this King of Cups. All I got to do is get him drunk, put something in his drink, invite in some extra stuff here on the side by way of the Nine of Pentacles. That's money right there. Maybe they were maybe the Queen of Cups, or they were both in on it. They were selling the tapes. I don't know. You can do what on Pornhub or something or like that, or whatever these sites are, that you can sell these videos and get money. She's some sort of producer, y'all. She has some sort of industry connects in whatever way that is. That's where the money came from. But they were using these Nine of Pentacles to be able to get this come up. These could have been runaways. They could have been like, you know, the ones who kind of lost their way. But they had potential because they had a pretty face, a small waist. They were willing to say yes to everything. I'm hearing something about the bus station, like a Greyhound station. I particularly saw Port Authority in New York. I've been there several times. That's what I saw. There was some sort of network here by way of getting these young girls, maybe watching them get off of the bus, because that's where I was going with the Port Authority energy. Waiting, scouting, probably right there at Port Authority for young girls getting off the bus in New York City, coming to start a new life. They're naive. They're talking to everybody. Hold on, y'all. That sounds a little extra just now. Hang on. I must be on to something here. You guys, they were taking advantage of these Nine of Pentacles energy. Somehow they were scouting out. So they found them. They found a direct plug. It's like the fishing pole. They found the right spot, the right hole, and just reeling them in. Look at this behind the Nine of Pentacles, the Five of Swords. Because they knew what they were doing and they were getting away with it. They were getting away with it. But it's like, okay, here it is, y'all. So by them having, I told you they had a specific type, possibly the, you know, the coming to the city. Could be girls or guys, but they were young by themselves with a backpack, you know, and a ticket in their hand, just getting off the bus or whatever in a huge metropolitan area. And however that's the trafficking energy, y'all. The only thing is when they started to show signs of aggression to these young girls, it was too late. By then it was too late. The girls had already committed to some sort of act or deed. They put their face out there. They could bring shame to the family if the family found out, but that was the immediate threat here. We'll tell your family. We'll show them what you did. We could send a link like it's nothing, and they could click on it and see what you did. After the act had committed, of course. That's why they could rarely have anyone walk away from them or be disgruntled or anything like that. First of all, the girls were already hand-picked, cherry-picked because they sensed the naivety in them. So yeah, they knew that there was a huge risk of, you know, a fear tactic or someone that you can intimidate easily. Oh my God, y'all, I'm getting hot. I'm getting hot. Behind the Five of Swords, y'all, we have the Seven of Pentacles. And then we got one more card here. Well, two. Then we have the King of Wands and then the Three of Wands. So more Pentacles, y'all. So the investment here, I'm hearing it went belly up. Okay, so two things. I'm hearing it got really good, and then it's almost as spirit wants me to keep going that way. But then I heard the belly up, but that's where we are right now. The Queen of Cups, y'all, before I even get to this, a dream that I had last night. Let me calm down, y'all. It's the confirmation for me. Okay, so two different dreams I had. One, I already put a video out for channel energy, people messing with these entities and not repaying these entities. That's one thing, but that's this energy as well. But the other one that I had, there was an African-American female. She was naked inside of a closet, and there were two Caucasian men, older men. Why she was naked, I've been thinking about it, but then finally I came up with the, you know, the conclusion of why, you know, by way of Holy Spirit just giving me those downloads, what I needed for clarification. This is someone who travels, but this was a single female. She had no clothes. She was naked in a closet, but that let me know that she had just arrived there. So she's possibly an escort, a sex worker. But she doesn't travel. She travels lightly or with nothing at all, because wherever she's going, she can buy clothes, you know, so she doesn't travel with anything. But that's in order to not have any baggage physically, to be able to move around easily from whatever state to state, city to city. But it's like the two Caucasian men, they were ready for a good time. But it's almost as if in my dream, it's like she just arrived in a closet full of clothes, but naked. So I had to dissect the meaning of that even by itself. But this, I was reminded of that just now with this, because that means that this Queen of Cups, or even in my dream or after the recognition of all of that stuff, I'm like, okay, so she seems desperate, because she's just going from city to city now, just doing what she can, you know, to try to get some sort of stability. That's the Queen of Cups, y'all. That's the Queen of Cups, because it was always about this money, getting money from others. But whatever this connection is that the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups had is severed. But there's a threat from this Queen of Cups to expose who this King of Cups really is and what they've been doing. Even though the Queen of Cups is still actively participating in just for herself, she's not bringing in third parties this time, you know, to record and help and all that kind of stuff. She's basically just trying to survive right now. So she's on her thing of what she knows, and that's selling herself. The King of Cups could be doing the same thing, operating as an escort himself. But that's what they were really participating in together. But this Queen of Cups recorded things without the King of Cups consent. You know, if this were to go to court, it would be without their consent because they were under the influence by this Queen of Cups. So anyway, y'all, I just wanted to mention that. But, you know, the belly up energy is the fact that this Queen of Cups now has to go fend for herself. She can't rely on this King of Cups anymore for a come up. At least not right now, until this ball drops, whatever she's been working on with this Queen of Swords energy, is releasing this information ahead of this King of Cups wanting to go on this apology tour to try to stop that from happening. Or however they can try to redeem themselves before this information comes out. We have the King of Wands here. And we have the Three of Wands. Spirit, tell me more about this King of Wands, please. I'm hearing abilities. And I heard make shit happen. So the King of Wands possibly is, okay, I heard program director, y'all. What? Y'all, I cannot escape this energy of like a production crew. You know, like they really are putting something together here. So possibly they were like selling videos on like the Pornhub or whatever. And that's how they were getting money, but they were using these young girls that they were recruiting from Port Authority. The Three of Wands feels like this King of Wands is looking for a way out of this. So this King of Wands, whoever they are, they're tied up in this little string here, this operation. I heard hidden camera. So even if nobody knew about the production, that means that there was a camera involved that nobody but one person knew about. When I'm considering the energy of the King of Wands, I feel like this is someone who carried around equipment, or possibly they knew how to operate equipment. Or if this Queen of Cups, or, you know, the Queen of Swords at this point, because they were the ones with the plan to begin with, right? If they needed to know about some secret recording devices and how they could get their hands on them, or how they could get girls, how they could get... I feel like that was the production assistant or whoever I called the King of Wands when the energy came up. I called a specific title, but they would be the ends, the ones that action oriented, the ones who can go see about special equipment, go get it, you know, and set it up, or go out and recruit the girls, the action oriented energy. But they're looking for a way out of this mess because they know shit's about to hit the fan. They know this Queen of Cups is no one to play with because they were working with the ideas of this Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups. They know how this brain works. They know how this manipulation works. If something back, my left hand is itching off the chain right now. They know how the many faces that this Queen of Cups can wear. And they don't want to be any part of this. So they're looking for a way out of this. Ooh, so yeah, y'all, my hand is itching off the hook right now. All right, let's get some clarifiers. That's just something I just started noticing maybe a month ago. So when it happens, I acknowledge it. And yeah. Spirit, please clarify the energy. Look at this line. Look at this fine line here. And I'm hearing walk the plank. They got to walk the plank. Somebody got to walk the plank. And that's that hangman energy too, if you think about it. Walking of a plank, it's almost like they have to walk like this processional to their death. And that's that hangman energy. But I mentioned that in the channeling, y'all, with the whole picture reference. So If you're catching this toward the end of an instant premiere, please make sure you go back to the beginning, the channel energy. Yeah. All right. That might be it, y'all. All right. Okay. Bottom of the deck, unexpected income. Spirit, tell me more about the unexpected income, please. All right, so this is selling out. This is, I heard all four come up, and then the energy of somebody snitching, like selling someone out. So that's the energy for the clarifiers, you know, what we're about to get into with the clarifiers. So this is the first card that came out right here. If you can see it, it's the imprisonment card, but it's on the side because, yeah, somebody is going to jail, obviously. Obviously, because there's a great risk of something coming out, and the moon card's reversed, so it's out. Now it's about the full story, or how to maximize, capitalize off of said story. And they will sell each other out in a heartbeat, because it's always been about money. So why not? All right. Let's see what's over here at the 10 of Pentacles. I'm going to turn these two cards over. So we have message and change. So that, I mean, the message would be, can I talk to you for a second? I need to really tell you. I need to really sell this person out real quick. Like, can we just talk about this? Because I know what I'm up against, imprisonment card energy, and I just need to, I mean, you know, is there something, I mean, will you hear me out at least? That's message and change. Because they want to get back on the grind here. That money, that was good money, y'all. They want to get back to that because they would be stupid enough to do it. And that was that queen, that energy, possibly with that Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords right now. They're working the field right now because they have nothing. They've been stripped. Ever since this departure from this King of Cups, they're not making money anymore because they have to hide out now. Too much heat. All right, turn this card over. We have main male. Okay, all right, main male. Okay, courtship in reverse, marriage card also present. Spirit, what's the marriage and the courtship reverse? So, okay, so with the main male card, I feel like, you know, there was possibly some sort of dealings here, because I told you this King of Wands knows this King of Cups, but how well do they know them? Like, was this an experience to where they were in a relationship, but due to what the Queen of Cups, you know, their commitment with the King of Cups, first and foremost, you know, that was put off to the side, but they remained partners. They remained business partners here. Even though the Queen was married, they still had some sort of connection here, right? They could have formally been married. Who knows? But they wanted to be the main person here. So it's like, if I can't, you know, be your husband, then I'll still stick by you. Oh, you need me to research this for you? Secret security recording devices? Oh, you want me to come set it up? Oh, you doing this now? Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, if you want to, yeah, I'll take it. Sure, I'll take an extra $1,000. Yeah, sure. That's the main male energy by way of this King of Wands. That's why they were sticking by this Queen of Cups side. Of course, they were getting money, but I also said they were like the production assistant. They were carrying the recording equipment. I mean, I just saw somebody carrying like equipment. Could be camera bags. Doesn't have to be, but I feel like they played a role in what this is all going down right here with this imprisonment energy. They played a major role here, but it was because they cared or had a fling once upon a time, or were married to this Queen of Cups energy, but they still wanted to be considered someone significant in their life, even though they had already married someone else. All right, y'all, hope this helps. Ooh, I'm sorry, that was loud.